Hello everyone, this is Michael W. Berry. I'm your instructor for Computer Science 370 and 377 for summer session 2 of 2018. This course will count as an upper division credit for the computer science major or minor, as well as perhaps a technical elective for some of you who are not in the EECS department. So what I'd like to do is just give you sort of an overall introduction to the course and how it works as an online class. It's fully online. You'll be completing programming assignments online, submitting them to Canvas, as well as taking quizzes and the final exam on Canvas as well. So what you're seeing right now is the homepage on Canvas, which is the course syllabus. I encourage you to please carefully read through all these details. I'm going to go through it just very quickly with you, just to make sure you understand how the course is going to be run. And then we'll look at some of the information in some of these tabs here over here to the left. So first and foremost, I do use a book called Numerical Methods in Engineering with Python, 3rd edition by Jan Civilus. It's Cambridge University Press. You could get an ebook version. It's usually easier to work with, and you can store on your laptop. I will point out, though, that you also can get free access to an e-copy of the book, which is provided by Hodges Library. Here's a link here. If you click on this link and you enter your NetID and your password, assuming you have appropriate Wi-Fi access, you'll actually get access to the book here, and you can see all the different chapters of the book availability. So this is really, really nice, and you can actually save it as each chapter as a PDF. So the book is fully available to you. So so that's available through the library, so you don't actually have to make a purchase if you don't like to. So let's come back. I also use a Zhai Book, and I'll show you the Zhai Book in just a second. Some of you have been using it. I've used Zhai Book and CS or Computer Science 311 with me. The purpose of the Zhai Book is basically to go through the fundamentals of Python programming. And you can work on that Python, the exercises, what are called the challenge and participating activities, even before the course officially starts the first week of July. And I'll demonstrate how you will access those assignments through Canvas, because you need to access the assignments, the Zhai Book assignments, through Canvas and not directly starting off in the Zhai Book. So again, here's the Zhai Book information on the Canvas page. You have to set up an account. You can go to zhibooks.com to do that. And you need to make sure that you use your email of the form, NetID, whatever that is, at tennessee.edu. Do not use vols.utk.edu. The reason is because I'm linking Canvas with the Zhai Book, and by default, Canvas is always going to default your login accounts of this form with this type of domain name, tennessee.edu. So I need you to use your Zhai Book account. Your Zhai Book account name has to have that form as well to be compatible with Canvas. Right? So you'll work through the Zhai Book on your own, and I encourage you to try to get it done, actually, if you can, during the summer before the summer session 2 starts, and you can accrue a total of 851 points. When you accrue those points, you will achieve 100% on that part of your grade. And remember that you have to access the assignment through Canvas, which I'll demonstrate again coming up. Off to the right here, you'll see how the grade is distributed for the course. Your final exam is 20%. The training that you do with Python is 10%. All the quizzes that will be provided to you on Canvas are 40%. And your homework assignments, which consist of Python programs to do problem solving, will be 30% as well. As indicated, as we continue on in the syllabus, the course is focused on the solution of scientific problems that arise in the natural and physical sciences, and we're using the Python programming language, specifically Python 3, to do that. Keep in mind, as within learning any language, you learn through context, and that's the idea of learning Python through the context of scientific computing. the goal of the course is not necessarily to make you an expert at Python programming. That takes time and effort, probably beyond the course, but we'll cover enough with the material in the lecture and with the Zhai Book to make it sufficient for these assignments. So it's basically 4 weeks. We focus on getting used to the language and starting off with solving systems of linear equations, a very common problem to be solved in physical sciences. Then we'll move on to interpolation and finding roots in equations, how we can compute derivatives numerically, so numerical differentiation and applications of that. And the 4th week is on numerical integration and related to solving of ordinary differential equations, which you may have done if you had taken Mathematics 231 and 237. So you should have completed Computer Science 140 or Math 251, Matrix Algebra, or had permission by me to take the course. Again, the distribution of the points was indicated earlier up here on the top of the screen, and that's subject to change, but most likely won't. Cheating's not tolerated, just like with a regular in-class course versus online. You should not be copying assignments from any other student. Grounds for cheating would be filing a letter with student conduct and an immediate F in the course. There will be a grading rubric provided for each assignment to be graded. That'll be put on Canvas for you to review. All your programs that you provide should be submitted to Canvas, and each of these scripts, the Python scripts, should have your name, your net ID, the assignment number, and maybe a general few lines of comments describing what the program is doing, and just some minor comments throughout the code on each code block would be very, very helpful, just like you would normally do in C and C++ and so forth. Deadlines, there's no makeup quizzes or programming assignments throughout the term, and all homework assignments are due on the specific dates, no exceptions. So you have to keep pace, just like you would in a regular class. But you will get emails from me now and then to remind you when the deadlines are. If you have questions at any time during the course, please log into the Piazza page. There's a link here provided to go directly to that page and add yourself to the roster on Piazza and post your questions on Piazza. Please do not send email to Joe Teague, your TA, and I directly. Post these things on Piazza. The grading schema for the grades for letter assignments are indicated here on the syllabus, subject to change, of course, but it's pretty close to what I've been doing in the past for this course. You do have a GTA. Again, if you come back into the Pages tab in Canvas, you will see several pages of information in terms of how to access Python 3 on the EECS machines. You'll want to do that if you just want to simply log into our machines and use the interpreter there, or some of you may want to install it on your Mac or Windows machine, and we have several pages here of help to do that. And Joe will be helpful as well if you have problems with the installation. So the instructor and GTA information is here in terms of our emails, providing if you have emergency situations, you just need to contact us. If we go back to viewing all the pages, you'll also see there are links for some script files which have some Python tutorial basics. You can download this zip file and kind of run them on your machine just to make sure that Python's running correctly. So those are some nice little basic tutorial kind of scripts that illustrate many of the functions that you will use in the course. And also at the bottom page listed was their source code from the textbook. So as you go through the textbook, the different sections, they'll be pointing out these different modules, and you can actually download them. You'll see several of them listed here by their chapters, respective chapters, and you can download them and run them, and even use them in many of the assignments that you're going to be doing in the course. Okay. If there were quizzes, you would click on the quiz tab, and you would see them listed here again. They will become available when we start the course, and they become available the week they're due, or at least a couple of days before they're due. So I try to give you advance notice when they're due. And then on the modules link, again, you can see the pages we had earlier, and some helpful access of how to access Python again on the ECS machines. So everything you need to work through the course is here. Again, if we click on the Assignments tab, what you'll see is here's how you're going to access the participating in challenge activities in the Zhai Book. You need to click on this link and it will immediately take you, launching another tab into the Python book. Again, this assignment has not been published yet. It's not available yet. This will happen soon, and I'll take care of that and make sure that you can access it.